Hello everyone and welcome to another pick a card video. So in this video, we are going to look at what spiritual ability you have that you may be avoiding. So keep in mind that these are general readings. They will not resonate with everyone. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest, okay? So if you're new to my channel, then welcome. It is a pleasure to have you here. If you're not new to my channel, then welcome back. Again, I love seeing all of you return for these readings. It's awesome. It's amazing, and I'm incredibly grateful for it. For those of you who don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. So my name is Mystical Essence, and I am an intuitive oracle card reader, tarot card reader, astrologer, and a spiritual mentor. My purpose for incarnating, my reason I'm here on earth is to help with transformation. I want to help empower you all along your journey so that you can step into your fullest potential, your fullest power, and essentially transform your life. So that's what I'm here to do, and how I do it is through providing information to you guys. So I give tips, insights, and all sorts of things that you can use in order to help empower yourself along your journey. So if you are into tarot, if you're into astrology, if you're into magic, please feel free to click that subscribe button below and give me a follow. Come join the community, because this is what this channel is all about. If you guys are interested in a personal reading by me, please check out my Etsy shop. The link to that is in the description of this video. So on that note, let's jump in. So we have three piles here. We have a pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So I want you guys to pick a pile that connects to you. We have 3 stones here as well. There's my camera. We have a lovely rose quartz. We have an amethyst pyramid. This is used for Reiki healing and stuff like that. And then we have a beautiful flower agate cylinder. So give your pile a pick. Let me know which one resonates with you. Actually, I'll throw these on top so that you guys can get a better, I don't know if that's going to stay. Probably not. Okay, so we're just going to put that up right so you guys can see these better. 1, 2, or 3. Let me know. And we're going to jump in to these readings. Hello, pile 1s. So if you chose pile 1, this lovely rose quartz, this is the reading that you want to be paying attention to. So in this reading, we are going to use a combination, of tarot cards and oracle cards. And as you can see, I've already pre-shuffled them all. And we're going to look at multiple things, okay? We are going to look at, in this reading, 3 different things. We're going to look at what inner spiritual gifts you are avoiding or gift, how you can embrace this gift and trust yourself more, and what impact embracing this gift will have on you, spiritually speaking. So again, I pre-shuffled the cards just because of the way I shuffle. I shuffle until the cards come out, and sometimes that can take a while. So instead of sitting here watching me shuffle, this allows me to get right into the readings for you guys. So let's start off this reading and see what spiritual gift is coming up that you are avoiding. I'm also going to give you a healing technique as well, or a healing process that you can do to help with integrating and embracing this gift more. So the first card that comes up is the word wants to be written card. So I feel like you guys have a very powerful, I can see here that the third eye and the crown chakras are very, very lit up, particularly the third eye in this card. I feel like you guys have a very powerful third eye, pile ones. And what I see is an ability to use your imagination to transform and manifest things, which is a very, very, very powerful ability. Okay, so I can see the butterflies here, and for me, butterflies represent metamorphosis, transformation. Okay, I'm seeing the third eye lit up. It's like you guys are diving into your imagination, into your mind, and you can see things, you can visualize things. When you close your eyes, you can see things, and when you see things, you have this ability to transform the material worlds around you just through visualizing and using the use of your imagination. You have a very, very open third eye chakra. In fact, I do feel like particularly the third eye and up into, it's like you see it in your third eye and then you shoot it up into the universe to be manifested, which is super powerful energy. But this is something you guys are avoiding, and I want to know why. So let's see if we can find out some more information about this. Why are you avoiding this? So the first card that comes up, we're going to look a little deeper into this. You guys have a lot of creative abilities. Like I said, you guys can manifest things like no tomorrow. With the Empress coming up, this allows you, this ability that you guys have allows you to manifest things. It allows you to bring things into being, which is a super powerful ability to do. But I feel like it's something that you guys repress, okay? You guys don't really necessarily want to, I don't think it's that you don't want to bring things into being. We all repress things or avoid looking at things for reasons, right? So but you have this hugely powerful ability to see things and manifest things and create things. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is coming up, another highly creative card. I'm hearing sexuality with the Queen of Wands, and it's interesting because I feel like you guys may not create through may not have a lot of like sexualized energy per se and create through that process. You create through your imagination, through your mind. That is where all the sex, quote unquote, or creation happens, is in your mind, in your imagination. And that is powerful stuff. But again, it's coming up reversed, showing me that it is repressed. Yeah, and here's why. I feel like you've repressed it because you are trying to attempt to control it. Okay, so the Eight of Swords is coming up reversed. I feel like this is your attempt to control this ability. I feel like what has happened is possibly in the past, you have utilized this ability or tried to utilize this ability, and what has happened is you haven't had positive outcomes. So these can represent, being reversed can represent sometimes negative outcomes of things, right? So when we want to manifest something like I don't know, it's like you want to manifest one thing and you focus on it and you focus on it and you focus on it. Okay, so they're giving me an example. Okay, so if you've ever seen the movie The Craft, right? And when the girl said that she has, she was talking about how she can manifest things and how, like, she would wish for rain and a pipe would burst in her room, or she'd want things to be quiet and she'd go deaf for 3 days straight, right? That's the kind of thing that has happened to you. Like, you guys have wanted it to manifest things, and you're like, you're visualizing it and visualizing it, but then something completely opposite happens, and it makes a negative, and it happens like the opposite way that you wanted to, and you kind of see this as a negative thing. So in an attempt to learn to control that, an attempt to control it, your mind has kind of, because of the results and the outcomes of it, your mind has programmed itself on a subconscious level to believe that this is something negative, that this is something that can't be controlled. So you must learn to control it, and the way that your mind has dealt with it is by avoiding it, by not using it, by suppressing it, right? But you are a powerful manifester, because the King of Pentacles is also coming up. This is just a matter of you learning to control it, okay? I do feel like you have suppressed it all in an attempt to control it. And the Eight of Swords is coming up as a control thing too, as a mental control thing when it's upright. But I feel like you felt like you had no control over it. So the way that you have learned to control it, or that your subconscious has, how you've kind of coped with controlling it, has been through avoiding it, not using it, suppressing it, okay? Because you're like, well, bad shit happens when I use it. Why am I going to want to use it if bad shit keeps happening when I use it, right? Like, why do I want to use this ability when just negative things come from it? I don't feel like it's all negative, though. Okay, so let's look at the cards that I'm getting for how you can better embrace this gift and learn how to trust yourself and this gift more. So the first card that came out for that was the Judgment. Okay. You need to release all memories, all judgments of this, okay? So you have this built up in your mind as a negative thing. I also think for some of you that the reason why a lot of this has manifested in a negative manner is because subconsciously, to some degree, you think that this is a negative thing as well, right? You have to release all those thoughts, everything, and release those judgments, okay? So the way that this Judgment card comes up, if you can see, it's kind of like a rebirth, right? These beings are in pods and they're being rebirthed out. So I feel like you just need to kind of rebirth this energy in terms of releasing the traumas and the things that have occurred, and releasing judgments to it, and stop labeling it as bad or good, and just kind of look at it as an experience. And it was what it was, right? They're saying you need to stop labeling it. Stop labeling it. Stop judging it. Rebirth this, because this is coming up. I feel like no matter how much you guys have repressed this, it is going to come up eventually, because the Judgment card is this rebirthing process as well. So I do feel like, even if you try to shove this down, you're only going to be able to avoid this gift for so long, and then you're going to see it starting to come up, because like things we shove into the closet or the shadow, it bubbles up into our reality eventually. So the cards are saying in order to better embrace this, in order to learn to trust this gift and this ability, you have to release judgments around this. Release anything that has made you think or feel that this is a negative thing. Release any memories that have made you categorize this ability, okay? And start fresh and new. The Ace of Pentacles is coming up. I do feel like this is something that you can learn to control over time, but I do feel like this is something new for you, okay? This is a new ability, or at least one that maybe you haven't learned a lot about, okay? So you're just on the beginning of this journey. I feel like you guys closed this ability down even before you gave it a chance in a lot of ways. And Spirit's saying give it a chance. Start at the beginning, go back to the beginning, and move forward from there. We have the Fool card. Yeah, the Fool card. So sometimes what happens is we bring abilities in from past lives. We've had past lives where we've done different things, we've been parts of different cultures, we've learned different things, and we bring those abilities in to our present life to learn more. Maybe we started learning about a certain practice and we didn't get to develop that practice the way that we wanted to, so when we come back into this life, we decide that we want to learn more about that practice and to continue that learning process that we started in a past life. For you guys, because the Fool is coming up, I don't feel like this is something you have ever worked with before. And I feel like that is why maybe you subconsciously or your brain kind of stuck in and said, nope, this isn't familiar. We're going to shut it down. This is going to cause catastrophe. We're going to shut it down, right? Because this is something brand new to this lifetime that you have never worked with before, ever. Okay? So this is a brand new skill for you guys. Like your soul has been like, oh, I want to learn this. I've never learned this before. It would be great to learn it in this life. Okay. And that's why, it's a powerful, powerful ability. Okay. But you have to go back to the beginning in a lot of ways and kind of unprogram the programming that's been going on in your brain that has been causing you to want to avoid this in the first place. Okay, that's the first step. And then from there, you can learn about it and you can move forward in your journey. Does that make sense? But you can't learn about anything that you're scared to learn about. So, we're going to look at what will occur if you what's going to occur if you release these, and if you, sorry, I can't talk today, Mercury retrograde. What impact is this going to have on you if you learn to embrace this gift? Okay. So first of all, we had 2 cards come out for the first set. We had the 7 of Wands, or 7 of Swords, come out reversed, and the 5 of Wands. I feel like when you embrace this, you're going to get some reality slaps of just how much complex and how much your own beliefs that aren't necessarily true around the subject have been causing you challenges and keeping you confined. Okay, so the 7 of Swords talks about lying to yourself, deceiving yourself. It can be harsh realities sometimes about how what we've been believing isn't true, and that what we've been led to believe isn't true. I feel like this is saying, like, if you integrate this, you're going to see how much you've actually been deceiving yourself in terms of the impact that this ability can have and whether or not this ability is positive or negative. All the misconceptions you've had about this ability are going to kind of come into your awareness. The 5 of Wands is also coming up, which tells me that, this is challenges in a lot of ways, and where you kind of have been holding yourself back. I feel like you're going to see like how challenging, how much more complex you have made things by not flowing with this energy and not learning and developing this energy, but instead shutting it down. Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming up reversed, as well as the Chariot. So again, I feel like this is this energy of being held back. Like when you learn to integrate this, the reality of how much you have been holding yourself back and how much you have been hindering yourself and making things so much more challenging for yourself is is going to be right in front of your face. And you're going to realize that, wow, I have the potential to do anything and go anywhere that I want, but I've been making things so much harder for myself. This energy has the potential to make things much easier for me if I can learn to utilize it and use it properly. But you're like, well, no, I just don't want to look at it, so I'm just going to throw it under the rug. And you've been making things a lot more complicated. You've been limiting your worlds, and I think you're going to see that as well, that how limiting how limited you have been because you have not embraced that, okay, and how much you've been limiting yourself. And in terms of manifesting better circumstances for yourself, in terms of manifesting better things for you in your reality, in your world around you, and how much you've actually been holding yourself back from that. So we are going to look at a healing process you guys can do. So the card that came out for the healing process that helps with this was the After the Storm card. I'm going to give you the healing process. I'm going to read it right out of the book because obviously I do not have all the healing processes connected to these cards memorized. Nobody would. There's like 40 odd cards in this deck. So I'm going to read you the healing process that comes with this, and you guys can do this, and hopefully this will help you with learning to trust this ability a little bit more. So here's the healing process. It says, find a place where you can be alone and have some privacy, either inside or perhaps out in nature. When you are ready, repeat the following where possible with your arms up and open to the sky. So you want to find a place where you can be alone. You want to put your arms up and open them to the sky and say the following. Storms so wild, storms of grace, I call your blessing into my heart now. May I release and let go. May I be revitalized and grow. I open up my heart to you now. Storms of grace, I stand my ground as I allow your magic to cleanse and surround. Any outgrown energy which I no longer need, anything which will sap or deplete rather than feed. Storms of grace, merciful earth, with your help, I experience rebirth. Rebirth. When you have completed your declaration, simply place your hands in a prayer at your heart and close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in and out and be aware of yourself, what you feel, and what is happening in your body, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Then say, through divine creative genius, this is now so. You have completed your healing process. So that is the healing process for pile ones. I feel like that is definitely doing this process is going to help you release and let go of any traumas, any limiting beliefs, anything that's holding you back from really connecting to this gift in order to experience the rebirth that you need and to be able to move forward with this. Okay, so I hope that that has resonated with you, pile ones. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. Feel free to share this with somebody if you know somebody who might benefit from this video, or give this a thumbs up if you would like as well. And thank you for letting me read for you. Hello, pile twos. Welcome to your reading. So in this reading, we are going to look at 3 different things. We're going to look at what inner spiritual gift you are avoiding, how you can embrace this gift and learn how to trust it in yourself more, and what impact that will have on you spiritually if you learn to embrace this gift. So let's get into this reading. So if you chose this lovely amethyst pyramid, this is your reading. So first of all, we have the Conscious Connections card coming up. For this card, I feel like you guys are very, very, very connected. You have this ability to connect with other people specifically. You are very connected to, you could be I don't want to say, well, maybe empathic is the right word for this. But I don't really feel like it's even necessarily, you just have this innate ability to connect with people, right? People may walk up to you and they may tell you things that they typically don't tell other people. People may tell you all the time that there's just a comfortability around you, that they just feel comfortable with you, right? You may have people come up to you a lot that say, oh my God, like I've never been this connected to somebody before, or I've never been able to connect with somebody before like this, right? You have an ability to connect with people on a level that most people aren't able to, and that makes it very powerful. You're able to, I feel like you're able to make connections with people, but not even just people. I do see fish in here, so you may be also able to connect to animals as well. So it may expand out beyond people and have a connection with nature and animals and the earth and the world around you. And you are very aware of this. Like you are very, very aware of the fact that you have this energy and you possess this energy. So this isn't like a subconscious thing. This is a very conscious thing. And I feel like you can intentionally connect with people as well, which is something that could be both bad and good. So if somebody is having a bad day or something, you can intentionally, you can set out the intentions to connect with this person to improve their day, right? And you will be successful at it because you have that ability to just connect, whether these people are in front of you in person or whether they're over distance. You can connect with people like so easily and so simply. And you can use that ability for good or for bad. Like I said, you can use it to help uplift people, you can use it to help heal people, or the flip side of this, the black and gray that I'm seeing, is that it's super easy also for you to manipulate people into, because you can connect to people and their energy so easily, it is easy for you to tell people what they want to hear. It is easy for you to manipulate the energies around them, to manipulate their feelings, to manipulate their minds in order to get what you want, sort of thing. So this has its pros and its cons to it, and that's something you guys have to be careful about, okay? This can be a really good thing or it can be a really bad thing depending on how it is used, okay? And again, this goes out into nature as well. Like you can connect with plants, you can connect, well, maybe not plants. I feel like this is more like animals. Like you can connect with animals, may follow you places. You may notice animals just love you. They adore your energy for whatever reason, and you just have this complete affinity with them. I don't feel like the black and white is so much with the animals, because animals are a little bit harder to manipulate. They're a little more in tune with things, I find, but you can manipulate other humans very, very easily, and that is something that you have to be aware of. So let's look into this a little bit deeper, shall we? So we have the Hermit card coming up. And the Hermit card tells me that this is definitely an energy that you tend to keep to yourself. You don't tend to share it with other people, right? When you connect with other people, they may not even be aware that you're connecting with them. They just have this kind of knowing in terms of it's like a feeling that they just feel they can talk to you. They feel they can connect to you, but they may not totally understand why or where that feeling comes from, right? And I feel like you as well, this has gotten really overly overwhelming for you at some point, I feel like, and that is kind of why you're avoiding it and you kind of tucked away into your shell, so to speak. So the hermit is very much the homey, the shell on. They keep telling me, they keep showing me, my guides are showing me a shell on a turtle. It's like you kind of retreated inwards, right, into your shell because you're like, well, this is overwhelming. Like, and it can be because, like I said, people want to connect with you to an extent that they desire, and at times may even be obsessive with connecting over you. Like, it may get so bad that people are like, you talk to them and you spend some time with them, and then they want to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and when you aren't able to, they may get very upset, they may get very controlling, they may get, and this gets overwhelming for you as well. So as a result, you just kind of hide. You're like, nope, I'm just going to avoid this. I'm going to like cut myself off from people. I'm just going to keep to myself. I'm not going to like connect to people. I'm not going to, for as much, and you try to keep to yourself as much as possible, because then you don't have to deal with these connections with other people, right? You may be somebody who doesn't go outside a lot. You kind of, if you do go outside, it's the places are going to be secluded, where you don't have to be around other people. The King of Swords is coming up reversed, telling me that, again, you may even have been lied and manipulated too. Or feeling like you have no control over how you form these connections or who you form these connections with. Give me a minute here, guys. So, the King of Swords is honesty and loyalty and intelligence. But I feel like when he is reversed, the energy I'm getting from this card is that now you don't talk. Oh, I see. So the King of Swords is also very talkative and intellectual and wants to communicate with people and connect with people and that kind of thing. You do not want to. You keep your thoughts to yourself. You, like I said, you hide away at home. You don't really open up to people. You don't let people in the way you used to, because people get attached and you're like, I just don't want that attachment right now. I can't deal with it. It overstimulates you to the point that you literally may have even a nervous breakdown, or you just can't handle it, so you just shut down. And I mean shut down, I don't mean into like catatonic states where you don't talk or anything, but you shut down into the point where you just kind of lock yourself away in your house and you're like, I don't want to associate with people. And this is because of the overwhelm, right? The fact that you can't, or you feel like you can't necessarily control who you connect to or what you connect to. And then you take on all of their energy as well. So your energy mixes with their energy, and then you have a hard time distinguishing what is your energy from their energy. And that that can be very overwhelming. So as a mechanism that your consciousness uses, I feel like you've had this ability from a very young age, and I feel like you've had it kind of shut off from a very young age. In terms of, maybe something happened and it was overwhelming, and as a child, you don't necessarily have the tools and abilities to cope with all of this. So as a result, your subconscious says, well, we'll just tuck it away. We'll repress it. You won't think about it. You won't look at it. You won't. And that'll be that. It'll be dealt with. You won't ever have to deal with it again. Right? But I feel like that's It's interesting because I feel like that's just kind of, it's not like you consciously chose to turn this off. I feel like you just woke up one day and it just, you're like, I just want to stay home. And I just, it was a very sudden thing, I feel like, and you made the decision not to do it, and that was that, right? Or your subconscious, because I'm getting that this wasn't a conscious thing. This was something that happened when you were younger, at a younger age, and it wasn't something you necessarily had control over. It was something your subconscious did, or your ego, or whatever part of you did to protect you so that you didn't end up harming yourself or other people. And as you've gotten older, this has just become a natural thing. And you're thinking, well, I'm just naturally a hermit. I'm just naturally somebody who's disconnected from people, right? When you're not, you're actually the quite opposite. You're very, very connected with people. But it's just been in order to cope with things you didn't have the tools to cope with when you were younger, your mind and your consciousness kind of shut it off. Okay? So, how do you reintegrate this? Here is the question. So, how can you embrace this gift and learn to trust yourself more? The Hanged Man is coming up reversed. I feel like the first step is to become aware of it. So the Hanged Man has to do with Pisces energy, and sometimes I believe it's Pisces energy or it's Neptune energy. It's one of the two, but it has to do with energy that's very confusing and can be very foggy and hazy and uncertain, right? I feel like, and especially in this card, you can see in the background, there's all sorts of fog, right? You have to come up out of that fog and become aware of the fact that you are not as disconnected from things. I feel like this reading actually is the first step in reconnecting with this, because this reading is bringing it to your awareness, right? This reading is bringing the Hanged Man reversed forward, right? And it's like bringing this awareness to you, the haze that's been around this, because you may not have understood why you're so disconnected from people. I feel like you have always struggled because there's still, no matter how far down the subconscious goes and represses things, there's still this inner desire to connect with people. But when you try to connect with people, you just simply can't, and you're confused about it. You're like, why? Why can't I connect with people, right? Why is it so hard? Am I just one of those people who's just not, who's meant to be alone, who's not, you know? And I feel like this is the first step, is to acknowledge that, well, maybe this isn't what I thought it was, right? And this part, there's something more to this, because there's still that part of you that serves to connect and desires to connect. We have the Six of Cups coming up. Typically this has to do with going back to the past. But I feel like a part of this is, sorry about that. They're cutting down trees outside and the chainsaw was like right outside the window. Okay, so as I was saying, the first step into integrating this and embracing it and, you know, connecting with it or reconnecting with it, whatever you want to call it, is becoming aware of it and throwing away the fog, pushing away all of the uncertainties you have around things. The second thing is you have to learn to balance your energy, okay? Learn to be more conscious and aware of who you connect to and who you don't. I feel like you are aware that you connect to people easily, but I don't think you are overly aware of like how overwhelming that can be, right? So learning to balance your energy, learning to ground and center yourself, learning to put barriers around yourself when you're going to be around a lot of people whom you maybe don't want to connect with because you are so sensitive to energies and you do connect to anything and everything so easily, right? Learning exactly and being aware of who you're mixing and mingling energies with, right? If you don't want to mix and mingle energies with people, put up things like a psychic shield, carry stones around with you that help to protect you against unwanted connections with people, right? Any black stone is really good for that. Tourmaline, onyx, obsidian, anything like that is really good for putting up, absorbing any unwanted connections or energies or anything like that that we don't want influencing us. So that's the next thing. And the other thing is disconnecting your energies, learning to distinguish your energies, okay? So you need to become aware of them. You need to learn how to do proper energy exchanges with people. So I feel like a lot of times too, you may have gotten zapped by energy vampires because you connect so easily and they could connect to you better, right? This is where you need to learn to balance your energy and learn forms of protection and stuff so that you can conserve your energy so that you aren't so zapped by people who want to connect to you because you're so easy to connect to. We also have the Death card coming up reversed as well with the Seven of Cups. Now this indicates to me needing to make sure that you are cutting cords energetically. So what happens when we connect with people on a regular basis, and everybody does this, but when we're super connected to people, we connect easier than most people do. So one thing we need to do more regularly is sever those connections, right? And you can do this through a cord cutting ritual or cord cutting practices of some sort. Cord cuttings are essentially a ritual that is done, or some people call it a spell that is done on a regular basis to sever any connections you have, energetic connections you have to people. Okay, I feel like that needs to be done on a regular basis because you do connect to so many different energies, and not all energies are going to be productive for your use. Okay, so learning how to cut cords and sever those energies is going to also be something that's going to be helpful for you, because otherwise you're going to be so energetically attached to everything. You're going to be walking around with like energy. They keep showing me this like person that's just got cords upon cords upon cords upon cords attached to them. It's insane. And you don't want that, right? So any cords that are not serving your highest good, you want to learn how to sever those. And then, like I said, also learn how to protect your own energy so that you are more consciously connecting to people that you want to connect with instead of connecting to everything and anything. Okay. The other, so if you guys don't know what a cord cutting ritual is, I do have a whole document, PDF document written out explaining cord cutting, the whole process, why it's important, why it should be done, how to do it. So there's a step-by-step instructions through the ritual that I have personally used, so I know it works, that I use and have created and use to sever cords. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave the link in the pinned comments, or not the pinned comment. Why do I keep wanting to say that? I'm so used to Facebook, guys. I'll leave the link for that in the description below too. So let's look at what the outcome will be if you can integrate this energy. Okay, how will this impact you? First of all, we have the Hierophant coming up. The Hierophant seeing as more stability. I got the image of Taurus coming through in the bull. So I feel like Hierophant is connected to Taurus energy. I don't feel like it's a knowledge. It may make you more wise and conscientious of the external world, but I also feel like it's going to help to stabilize your energy as well. And help to make you more grounded and stable so that you're not so emotionally overwhelmed by things, okay? So that these connections aren't kind of overwhelming you. It's going to help to bring some stability into your life. It is also going to help you connect with parts of yourself that maybe you haven't connected with in a while. And expand your understanding, expand your connection to yourself. So the Three of Cups is like friendships. It's expansion of emotional or spiritual energy as well. I feel like when it's reversed, it's that internal connection and expansion of your own spiritual energy. I feel like this is going to remove any blocks or, things that you've had to kind of blocking you from expanding and growing on a spiritual level. And it's going to help you to really kind of blossom into who you are as a spiritual being, which leads to the Queen of Pentacles, which talks about actually being able to step into your full power or at least pretty close to your full power as a physical being. Okay. And this also will help you to nurture others as well. So the Queen of Pentacles, when she's upright, talks about being able to help others in a physical manner, of being able to connect with other people. The Queen of Pentacles is the queen that, when you get upset or something, she'll come over and she'll be like, oh, I knitted you this sweater, I baked you these cookies. Or, you're cold and she's like, oh, here, have this sweater, right? Or, you come over to her house and she's always got these cookies baked and she's so loving and nurturing, but it's in a very like physical way. Like, I'll provide you with what you need in a physical essence, right? I want to comfort you in a physical way. I feel like your energy is also going to be able to help other people, but you'll be more empowered upon who you connect with and who you don't. Okay, which will tremendously help you. We're going to do the healing process next, so let me check that out. The healing process that I got that can help you with this is what is already with you. And this is, let's see, so here is the healing process for this. Hug yourself by wrapping your arms around your body. Can you summon love for yourself? Feel what comes up for you with this. Do you think it is silly and resist it? Can you soften and melt into it? Feel love for yourself. You are as deserving of love as anyone. Can you accept this love from yourself now? Feel your heart beat in your chest and the flow your breath. You are alive. You are connected to life, and you can trust in yourself, your own mind, your own body, your own breath. Just be with yourself and know that all is going to be okay. Reassure yourself that letting go of the past is as natural as the passing of the seasons of life. When you are ready, stand up. Open your arms wide and hold them above your head for a moment. Imagine your heart and your hands are opening and shining out the beautiful light that is within you. Imagine the universe receiving it and saying yes to you. If you are feeling cheeky and ready, send a big yes back to the universe and laugh. That is all. That is enough. You are enough. So be it. So I feel like the process of this was, remember how I said that part of integrating this is to learn your own energy, right? to learn how to disconnect from other people's energies, to learn how to shield yourself off and learn how to connect with your own energies. So, I feel like this exercise, by learning to tap into the love, learning to feel yourself, you are learning in essence to feel your own energy. And that will help you when you're connecting with these people, because I feel like a part of the problem in the first place was that you were connecting with so many people, beings, and things, and so much energy that you really didn't know what was yours and what wasn't anymore. And it was overwhelming you because you were taking on other people's things. And part of learning your own energy is, or learning how to separate energy, is learning what your energy is, how your energy feels, in order to learn to separate from that, so that when you come into an environment and you connect with somebody or something and you take on their energy and all their shit, you know automatically that that is not your stuff, that you are, what you are feeling is not yours, so you can release it and let it go. Okay, you guys need to, it is essential that you learn how to step into, part of learning how to connect with this is learning your own energy, because when you can connect to other people's energies so easily, it can be confusing as to what is yours and what isn't. So learning to connect with your own energy is going to allow you to step into that and to be able to use this ability of connecting with others more potently, because again, you're going to know what's yours and what's not, right? So when you connect with an energy you don't want, you're automatically going to know that, and then you can take these other steps that I was talking about in terms of disconnecting and protecting yourself from that. You can take those steps to disconnect yourself from it, and then put up shields or protections around you to protect yourself when you're around that energy again, so that you don't get overwhelmed by it or connect to it. Okay, so that's what I got for pile 2s. I hope that this was helpful and it resonated with you. If it did, please leave a comment below. If you know somebody who would be interested in these readings, please also feel free to share this out. Give this a thumbs up if you want. And yeah, thank you guys so much for letting me read for you today, and I hope that this was helpful. Hello, everyone. So this reading, sorry, I forgot to switch the crystals out, is for pile 3s. So if you guys were drawn to this flower agate cylinder, this is your reading. So in this reading, we are going to look at 3 different things. We are going to look at what spiritual gifts you are avoiding, how you can embrace this gift in order to trust yourself more, and what impact will embracing this gift have on you. Okay? So let's jump into this. So the first card in terms of what spiritual gift you are avoiding is the perfection of your life. In this card I see, and I was immediately drawn to the amount of light that is in and behind the trees. You guys are light bringers. Okay, you guys are major energy powerhouses. I'm seeing this globe here almost as a symbolism of you, and it's like wherever you travel, you bring light. So you are like, a lot of people may call you like an earth angel or a light worker or a light being. There's lots of different names that they give for you, okay? But you are essentially somebody who has this ability to transform energies into higher frequency energies. You purify things. You are a natural, I'm hearing a natural cleanser, a natural purifier, right? You can walk into places and just your energy alone raises the vibrational frequency of places. Okay, you just have this natural cleansing and purifying energy that you emit from you. And it purifies everything that you come in contact with. And I'm getting shivers as I'm talking about this. It's like a rush. You guys are powerful, okay? And this is an ability that you don't use. For whatever reason, we're going to dig into that, but this is definitely something that you don't use. But it's powerful. They keep showing me like this transition from dark to light, from dark to light, from dark to light. Like, it's not only places you can help lighten up, it is people. You can take people who are in really dark places and help rise them up. You can help bring them back to life again. You can help them put them into more positive things. You can help them find the light in the world around them again. There's just so many things you can do, but you don't. You're not even looking at this. We have the Ten of Swords coming up reversed. So part of this, I feel like, is you have this ability to, like I said, relieve people's burdens. I feel like this is more mentally, you have this ability to, because of your energy, right? People who are really burdened down and feeling really heavy when they come in contact with you, it's like their mindset shifts and changes, and all of a sudden the burdens that they're carrying, mentally especially, lighten up. It changes their mindset and their moods, which is really, really fascinating. It's like you absorb all of their energy, you just take it away and you pull it maybe into you. It's why I'm seeing this circle and transmuting things. But this is also a great burden on you, and I feel like that's why you stopped, because it is mentally taxing on you as well. Okay. And you kind of got this savior complex going on, where everyone may come to you and be like, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, save me, save me, save me. And you kind of were like, I can't do this anymore. It's too much responsibility. It's too much of a burden on me. It's too much. I just got to stop doing this. I got to release it. I got to let it go. So you started focusing on you. And that's not a bad thing. I also feel like people in general feel very grounded around you. It's like you kind of wash things away, and they feel this renewed sense of this happiness and joy in a lot of things. But I feel like because this was such a craziness on you, that you just kind of, focused on you and your health and your stuff, and not so much the world's. Because people were coming to you. So we had the Six of Wands reversed. So people were coming to you who were feeling down and who were feeling defeated, expecting you to fix their problems for them, right? And you were like, I can't fix the world. I just can't do it. And this was taking a very big toll on you. We have the Star card reversed too. So like I said, people feeling worn down, feeling unsuccessful, feeling hopeless, feeling lost, they were coming to you. You were their rock. You were their stability. You were the one who brought them back to the light and helped lighten things and helped make things better, right? But that's a lot of responsibility on you too, and I feel like that took a drain on you mentally. It took a drain on you mentally and energetically speaking. And you were tired, you were worn out all the time, you were drained because people were like demanding your time and your energy constantly, right? And that became a bit of an issue. So you just said, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to I can't help other people if I can't take care of myself first. And that's when you shifted and you're like, I'm going to stop focusing on all of this and I'm going to start focusing on me. And that's not a bad thing at all. But in the process of it, I think you've stopped sharing your light with the world. So you've kind of got a little comfortable on this little rock of yours, and you're like, the rest of the world can do whatever, I don't really care. It's not my problem anymore, is the energy that's coming through with this. So how do you integrate this? How do you reconnect with this? So when it comes to embracing this gift, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So first of all, you have to stop keeping this gift to yourself. You were given this gift for a reason and for a purpose. I feel like by keeping this gift to yourself, they keep showing me, Spirit keeps showing me the fact that what you're doing is you're holding essentially all this energy that you've been born with inside. And what happens is that compounds and it eventually throws you off, physically speaking. Because it starts manifesting in a physical manner in your body. Okay, we can only hold so much energy within our body. Once we reach that capacity, it starts, causing complications and things like that. So you have to start releasing some of this energy again. Stop holding on to it and start putting it back out. Spirit was pointing out to me that some people are born with a lack of energy because they are designed to pull energy in. Right? Other people are born with an abundant amount of energy already within them that they project outwards because other people need that energy. There is a balance to things. We are born either, pulling energy in or projecting energy out for reasons. You were born to project this energy out for a reason, right? And when you hold it back, you're not only harming yourself by causing an imbalance, but you're also causing an imbalance in the world and for the people who actually need your energy as well, and the places that need your energy. Okay, so this is not only going to harm you, it's going to harm other people as well, which is not something you want to do. So start expressing this energy out, okay? But keep in mind, like I said, there's a balance to things. We have the Two of Wands coming out. This is an energetic balance. You are the giver, so to speak, for lack of better terms, for people who are the receivers, okay? There's, like I said, two sets of people who receive energy and people who give energy, right? People who are born to take energy in and people who are born to project energy out. You were born to project energy out, okay? You need to start that wave. You need to start letting that energy out. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles is also coming up, which is telling me that you can create amazing things with it. This energy is powerful energy, okay? But it requires you to take some sort of action with it. If you don't take action with it, you just stuff it away, it's not doing any good, it's going to go to waste, okay? And it is going to cause an imbalance in you as well. So right now you've been holding on to this energy, right? And that's what it's saying. That's what the cards are telling me. You've been holding this energy in when you're naturally designed to birth this energy into the world, to project it out into the world. You are the carrier, the host. I'm being drawn to the pregnant woman here. You were born to carry this energy in order to birth it into the world, in order to project it out. If you don't project it out, it causes some issues, right? So The best way to do this is to start showing people that light again. Get out there, get connecting with people, break this the state of isolation that you've been in, and start connecting with people. Now, here is the other bit of advice though: make sure that it is a balanced thing. You have learned from this process that this can be very energetically draining for you, very draining, very overwhelming. Okay, so learn from that process as well, and don't allow other people to overtake from you. Okay, you have to set the intentions and set the limits and the boundaries of how much you are willing to allow people to take from you as well. Okay, so this can be as simple as setting an intention before you go out that I will put out as much energy as I can into the world that is not going to harm me as well, right? I am going out with the intention to spread light into the world for the greatest benefit and good of all, including myself. And when you say including yourself, that means that what you are putting out in the world is of benefit to you too. If you are being drained from this and you're being tired from this and people are taking advantage, that is not a benefit to you. So putting that clause in there saying a benefit to all, including myself, you are in essence protecting yourself from people who want to take too much from you. Okay? So setting those boundaries, setting those limits and saying like, yes, this is what I'm meant to do, but I will not do it to the detriment of myself is going to help you. Okay. This is how you can embrace this gift by putting it back out into the world, but putting it out, like I said, with boundaries. Don't over give, but you need to stop holding on to it as well. Okay. So next we're going to look into what impact this will have on you spiritually if you embrace this energy. Okay. So impact, what we have coming up, the Knight of Cups was coming up with the Five of Pentacles and behind it. So as for impacts, I feel like it's going to alleviate. So I feel like you guys may have even be currently having maybe some repercussions of this built up energy on you physically. And this is going to relieve that, or it's going to start bringing some relief to that. I'm not going to say you're going to wake up one morning and everything, all the physical impacts that you felt from, keeping all this energy kind of within yourself is going to be gone. But I do feel like with this Knight of Cups reversed, that it's a beginning of an alleviation of this, okay? It gets the energy moving, which helps to alleviate the physical repercussions of holding on to this energy, okay? Because I do feel like some of you have been feeling the physical repercussions of it in terms of, feeling tension in your body, things coming up physically that maybe you don't know where exactly they're stemming from or why, that I'm not going to say don't have a medical explanation, but there's definitely, it's from a buildup of energy, right? And once you get this energy going and flowing again, you're going to see that alleviate and get moving again. I also feel like you're just going to be in a lot better mood. So some of you may be struggling with like being in negative mindsets or feeling clouded, disoriented, depression, that kind of thing. And that is going to alleviate as well for you. And you're going to be able to move on from things. I feel like whatever is influencing you, causing you harm right now is going to leave, okay, which will leave you in a better state in terms of happiness and joy and fulfillment. And we have the 10 of Cups as well coming up. which tells me that moves into, which allows you to function. So this Ten of Cups is a little bit different in terms of, this talks about being able to function, having such emotional fulfillment that you're able to function better in your day-to-day life. I feel like this is going to have more of a spiritual impact. I don't feel like the cups in this is emotional. It's more spiritual, but you'll feel more complete spiritually and energetically, which is also emotionally, which will allow you to function better in your day-to-day life, okay? Because you're not going to have a lot of the effects that are coming with this, from this holding on of energy impacting you. So you'll see a gradual release of this, and a gradual evolution of this, an improvement of this, which in turn will help you in your everyday life, right? It will help you feel better. It will help you function better. It will help you just stay present with things, and you're not worrying about things. You're not, I can't go to this party because I don't feel well kind of thing. None of that will be an issue, okay? We're also going to get into a healing process that you can try. So this is the healing process that is coming up for you guys. It is called Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. So let's see what is coming up for that. But I feel like overall, you guys, there's a better, you'll be in a better mindset for sure. And feeling better physically, feeling better mentally, and emotionally once you start connecting back into this, okay? So we have, for this healing process, this says, lie on your back comfortably with your hands on your heart. Say, I love you, I trust you. You are beautiful and you are wise. You beat in harmony with the greater plan of love. You are my guiding light. Rest your hands at your heart for several long, slow breaths, or however long feels good. When you are ready, just go back to your day or evening. Anytime you need to strengthen your connection to your heart's truth, drop into your heart's awareness by lightly placing one or both hands on your chest, over your heart, and breathing gently. So I feel like I said, that light emanates from in you, and what is at the center of us is the heart, right? So by learning to connect with your heart, you connect with your inner light, and you become more comfortable with that, which is what you guys need. You need to reconnect with that light. You need to learn how to open your heart chakra again, to emanate that out into the world. And I feel like this exercise is going to help you with that. It'll help expand your heart chakra. It will help you connect into your heart space, which is where this light comes from, in order to emanate that out into the world. So I hope that this reading has helped you guys. Pile number 3s. If it resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this reading, give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody who might value from this reading, please feel free to share it. It is much appreciated, and I thank you guys for letting me read for you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. So that concludes these readings, and I thank you guys for joining me. Again, if you would like a personal reading from me, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop. It is in the description below, the link to it. For you, anyone looking for cord cutting, especially the pile 2s, if you guys are interested in that, the link to my cord cutting PDF that is also available on my Etsy will also be in the comments below. If you guys are liking the content on my channel and you would like to support me, I will also leave my PayPal link below. Feel free to leave a donation. That will help me to continue to do these for you guys. I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now, guys.